It's all about
family.
You were right. I should have gone back to my family. They told me not to be like De La Cruz.
Extremely important. Would you please tell him that instead of presents this year, I just want my family back?
Wherever we go, this family is our fortress.
Right now. Salute me, familia.
Salute.
let's eat.
Salute.
Exactly. Salute, everybody. Welcome to this Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving roundtable here with the BluTuber community. Just a few shout outs here. We got a lot of returners, but a few new people debuting on the channel here. We got Planet CHH in the house. So how we doing out there, Christian?
What's up,
Ready to
man?
rock and roll. We got Martinez Joe in the house. How we doing out there?
How we doing, guys?
And then, of course, we got Ryan from Disconnected. How you doing out there?
Hell yeah.
It's funny how you guys all ended up in the same row. I didn't even call them. I didn't even plan that, so that was pretty cool.
I mean, technically that's a column, but let's not get too specific.
Okay,
that's a column.
Mathematician over there.
Look, math was my only good subject. Let me have that.
All right, well, how this stream is going to work, audience, is we're going to go through 5 rounds of thankful shout-outs. We're just shouting out things we are thankful for related to movies, related to the BluTuber community. We might get general, we might get specific. We might show physical media here and there. So it's going to be fun, but it's a very casual stream. If you want to eat, drink, whatever you want to do, have a good time with this one. I know Christian's going to be excited about that right there, you know. But before we get into the shout outs here, just a reminder, if you love this BluTuber community, like we all do on this channel, go ahead and thank that like and subscribe. You got to thank those as well. And then support the channel by gifting some super chats, and that's definitely going to ensure that your comment is read live. And feel free to shout out things you're thankful for in the chat as well. And then definitely become part of this family with some memberships. Look at some exclusive perks like choosing future live stream topics. But let's get into this right away. I know we got Tim ready to go as always. Very planned ahead on this one, I'm sure. So Tim, we'll have you start off.
I'm going to start
thankful shout out.
I'm going to start it off actually on the snappier side. I'm thankful for Collectors Club. I think there's been all of these groups forming, and I think it's pretty cool to form a group with 3 other friends and just it was once a month, but we've been doing more than once a month streams, and it's been a lot of fun. We're on each other's channels all the time, and it's been a blast. This community has brought a lot of friendships, and I'm not even talking just like casual online acquaintances, like actual friends, and that's amazing.
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Leave it to Tim to take my first one as well. I was going to go with that.
I mean, I feel like we're going to have a lot of cross-pollination.
No worries. I have back.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, thanks, Tim, for shouting us out. And we also have Derek out there, convicted cinephile in the Collectors Club, too. So
yes,
shout out to him as well.
He's ear and heart.
Yeah. All right. Martinez Joe, what are we thankful for?
All right. I'm going to show something first. I'm going to leave the sappy stuff towards the end. But this is something that I was thankful for just because, it didn't sell out before I got one, and I hope they make more of these, but it's that Sleepy Hollow Steelbook. That Sleepy Hollow Steelbook, when that came out this year, it's that Digibook Steelbook style. I love this thing, and I really, really wish that they make more of these because, like Ken is with those Lionsgate slipcover steels, I will buy every single one of them. I don't care if it's the crappiest movie. I will buy it just because I am so addicted to this thing. If I could buy more of them, I would, just to put them on the shelf next to it. But that's like
coming next.
Totally agree with that. Absolutely. Yeah. That took Steelbook to another level because it has the story in there and everything. It's fantastic. Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, to me, it's the best Steelbook that came out this year, hands down.
Who picked that one up out of this panel? Like, just raise your hand. Did everybody pick that up? Wow.
You took on a
I'm the
hot
only
spice.
one that didn't. Now I feel like,
Thanks,
oh my
Joe.
Yeah, that
Literally, this is what I got up to grab as we were launching the show.
that was, and the thing is when that was a day one pre-order. I pre-ordered it the first day it came out because Movie Hunter let me know, and I didn't even know about that packaging till like a couple of weeks before, and then I was just like super excited after that.
Yeah, and it's sold out everywhere. You know, the weird thing is, I don't know if you saw my channel, but I came across this because someone put it on the floor a day early, and they weren't supposed to. And I went to go buy it, and of course, they wouldn't sell it to me because they were wrong. And I'm like, oh, you're going to sell this. I'm like, can I put my name on it and come back tomorrow and get it? And I just thought, because of pre-orders, they're going to need this copy to give to someone who pre-ordered it. So, and by cracky, I went in and it was still there. So
I would have been like the rant and hid it in a fridge.
Yeah, right. Dude, that's a good idea next time.
And Huck, at first, weren't you saying they were gonna like write your name into the
yeah. So the girl takes a post and she puts it right on it. She goes, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Hold up now, shit, peeled up." I go, "Don't write on the steelbook. She's gonna carve my name right into the steelbook." I'm like, "Time out, lady."
It's customized.
Huh?
Customized.
Yeah, personalized.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's how, you know, you guys are saying, Tim, I think you said it before, where people just, you take the steelbook back and they just throw it over their shoulder into a bin.
Yeah.
Like, that's the mentality. You're like writing on it, throwing it, you know, right, Tony? Like, shit. I was like, because you take a lot of stuff back to these Yahoos, man. Like, you don't know.
So not to open any wounds then, but that is why I say good riddance, Best Buy. See you later. They're horrible at handling.
I was gonna say I was shocked because ever since Best Buy announced that they're getting rid of physical media, every steelbook that I've purchased from them through the mail has come in a box with pillows, and before that, every single one of them came in the thinnest bubble mailer.
Still are. With two of them in the thinnest bubble mailer.
Yeah. Oh, good. Just rubbing up on each other, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm lucky up here in Massachusetts. Then they're putting them in boxes.
There's some banger right there.
Yeah, this thing came damaged from Best Buy, and I don't trust them enough to ship it back and get one that's better. So I have no faith in them at all. They're horrible at their job. They suck at it. So good riddance.
Now, Joe, I got to ask, since you love it so much, why is it still wrapped?
Because my thing is 95% of my steelbooks are still sealed. I've never opened them. I usually buy the steelbook and I buy the slipcover version. I open up the slip ones. The steelbook ones I've never opened. That's why I want to find a second one, because I'll open one and keep one sealed. I know I'm crazy like that.
That's okay. Tony's not in his head. Like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I buy like some collectors. If I could, I would. If I had the wall space, I would put them all on magnets because I like them more for art. I like looking at them. That's why I buy the slipcover ones to watch. I would actually make a wall of steelbooks.
That would look nice.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Planet CHH. What are you thinking? What do you want to shout out?
Damn, I thought you were going to go to Tony first.
I was back and forth between it. I'm like, let's see.
I'm okay with going first.
I'll echo Tim. I'm happy to. I appreciate the invite. I really do, because I probably about a year ago I decided, for some reason I don't know why, I would only talk about horror movies for a long time, and that's one part of the things I love. And by not doing that, I feel like I'm going to be able to meet more people and get more involved in like the physical media community, which is not something I tried not to do, but I appreciate the invite so I can make more friends. So I'm glad to be here tonight. That's what I'll start with.
Yeah. Spread your wings.
Yeah. So I don't know everybody's motivations behind, doing things like this and TikTok and IG, but I did it strictly just to meet people and make friends. That is the pure and only reason I did this, and mission succeeded. It's been great.
That's the only reason I ever started YouTube. I said it many times. It was just in real life, I am like Ken and like other people, I'm a super introvert. I don't really talk to anybody. Friends in the physical world. All of my friends are online. And it's because, I've always been an introvert and kind of shy. So I started YouTube just to talk to people and to talk about stuff that I enjoyed. That's why I said I always on streams or anything, I never promote myself. I never promote my channel. I really don't care if I have 10 subs. I just do it just to meet people.
Yep. I did this because Mike said he'd give me $25.
Wait, you get 25?
Man, we all got chipped then.
I know. Where's that collectors club love? None.
We have to.
You got that. You got paid. Huck, you got paid in that moniker.
Yeah.
All right, take it away, Huck.
Well, let's just stay on it because I have it like it's on my list right here, so I will just keep it going because we're there. It's one of the things I love. Tim, you hit on it. It's like doing Collectors Club. It's not just us too, because we have people come on and they share their collections. So not only do we get to see what we love, but we get to see what you guys love. And as it keeps going, we're going to learn more about what everyone else in the community loves. I love doing these things. I've been on a lot of people's channel. People have been on my channel. There's still people's channel I'd like to be on that I haven't been invited on yet. I won't call them out. I'll just cross my fingers and hope it happens. Because I love that sort of community. And Joe, it's like you're saying, I'm not kidding when I tell you, when I try to explain people that about my YouTube channel, they just roll their eyes. Oh, you got a YouTube channel. Everybody says that, like that doesn't get us. They go, oh,
yeah.
You got a YouTube channel. I go, no, you don't get it. I talk to these people and I see their faces every day. Every day. And there isn't a person I know here that I keep in touch with as often as I talk to you guys. Right. And that's love there. That's friendship.
Yeah.
And whether Joe, we're looking at each other on this screen or whether you're sitting in my house, we're buddies, man. Like everybody on the screen,
yeah.
And buddies,
I totally agree with that. It's it's to me it's the best thing. I literally talk to people every single day, and like I said to Mega Mike earlier, it's great to be on this stream, but I've been on streams before that people that had 10 subscribers just because I don't care. You ask me on, I'll come on and just have a good time and talk to people. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah. And once in a while we get to meet up. I've met Mike. Mike and I have met before, and I just
WonderCon buddy.
Yeah, we're Cali buddies.
So did you?
That's
funny. Sorry. I was gonna say, did you, because you guys are friends on here, it was a natural progression in person, right? Nothing awkward or anything like that, because that's.
I went up and hugged them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, well, first of all, I stalked them because they were getting their face drawn by an artist. And I had to find him because he said, we're in this area and we're getting our picture drawn. So I looked, and then as soon as I saw, I rolled camera, and then I snuck around the thing, and I went right into his face. And Amazing Anna was there, and she was wonderful, and she hugged. I swear, it's like we were best buds, all three of us. We just clicked, and then we said goodbye. It was way too short, Mike, but it was super sweet, and that's what I feel like it would be like with everybody.
Yeah. Do you guys live in the same area?
Not really. So we went to a convention. So that was the draw.
Yeah,
because Mike,
like
you're
4
more...
hours apart. Yeah, I'm in the middle.
4 hours apart. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's not super bad.
It's like, oh, okay, you got to be close to everybody in California, but like California is such a long state. It's like you could. Be
It's like that's. Some of you are closer being in separate states than we are in the same state.
Oh, I can go through like 5 states in shorter time than just driving from an area to another area in California. It's crazy.
Yeah, because even like me and Tim are 4 states away, but it's only like 5 hours.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, what are you thankful for?
Yeah, so my first thing that I'm thankful for is my wife for letting me do all this. Because we've been married for 34 years. I got married when I was 21 years old. So even when I couldn't afford to collect things, I've always been a collector. So I've always bought different things and gotten to different kind of hobbies. And so she's been very gracious to let me do what I want to do. I mean, who else would have put up with all this kind of stuff? But
especially the pops.
Exactly, the Funko Pops were crazy, but just knowing that, early in our marriage when we didn't really have all the finances, I was still able to collect little things, and then for it to turn out to be like this, I'm just thankful for that. She never gives me a hard time about what I purchase. She never complains about it, so I'm very thankful for that. Because not everybody has that,
No,
Yeah.
so
Nope.
to echo, supportful spouses is like the best thing in the world. My wife has been a rock. She's amazing, and you guys do the same thing. Like Joe, Maria's in like all the videos. She's
she when we first met, she wasn't a movie collector. She was an outdoorsy girl, and for her to get into what I like and try to learn it, and like I said, I don't spend Tony money, but I spend a good chunk. But she's never, she always says, as long as the bills are paid and if we need something, it's taken care of. She never says anything about what I buy, and that's all you can hope for.
That was such a good one, Tony. I got to
really
give it up to you for that one, because now I'm just thinking like,
Yeah,
shout out to all the significant others out there.
Thanks a lot, Tony, for making us all look bad now.
Well, I'll still shout out Amazing Anna is amazing, doing all those out of theater reactions with me, going to some movies that are absolutely terrible as well, but she still gets through them. So shout out to her.
and my wife, April's not on screen much at all, but she's been nothing but supportful. I mean, I get paychecks and I just start spending money without even asking, and she doesn't murder me in my sleep. I mean, what more can I ask for?
Well, she needs that nest egg, so keep buying stuff. So when you're gone, no, it's fine. Like, I don't feel bad, Tony, because it's on my list. I just didn't do it first. So, but yeah. Also, shout out to Kitten Paws. I think she's watching us tonight, and and yeah, she joined me on the trivia, which was super nice. She's like, "Can I be your scorekeeper?" And it's great because now I don't have to worry about that. Because I tell you, a good spouse is hard to find, and we found some good ones.
Yep.
All right, dude. What do you want to shout out?
So my first one is going to be I was very thankful and had the opportunity of going to California this year, and I got to go to Halloween 45. So I'm thankful that I had the opportunity, and on that I was able to go on the tour. I got to see a lot of cool filming locations. Like my favorite was the Space Jam house and the house from Liar Liar. Those are really cool. And I also got to go to the Pee Wee Herman dinosaur, and it was still dressed as Pee Wee Herman.
Wow.
Because they painted it up after he passed away. So I was very thankful that I had the opportunity and the means to go, and I had everything in order to where I was able to go. So I'm very happy and thankful for all that.
I love that. So Cody, do you find I've been diving a lot more into watching filming location videos and stuff, and I'm feeling like an itch to, every time I'm looking at going somewhere, I'm looking at, hey, what movies were filmed in that area, because I want to go see the stuff down there.
Well, see, and that's the thing, especially because I was in Pasadena. So it was a Halloween tour, but we were walking down the street and they'd be like, oh, that's the house from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. That's the house from, all on one block. It's like, oh, that's the house from Prom Child. That's the house. It's like, oh, wow. So it's like, even if you're running into, and even the people that are living at these houses don't know that they're in this movie. Like we went to the Shocker house and they had no idea.
That's cool.
And they had to look it up. It was pretty cool. And then some houses, are the same. They've been in 3 different movies that that I was a big fan of, and I didn't know until I was told. So yeah, it was really cool. Really cool to be. Really cool experience. I got to meet a lot of cool people. That's the thing. I got to meet people who knew me from YouTube, and I've only been doing this for 10 months.
I love that.
And I do it. I like I'm on a show with Christian. Well, it's Christian's show. Planet CHH. He has a thing called Planet Dirty. I was walking down the street and it stopped raining, and I had to run to the hotel because I had like a poster that was signed. So I had to be, I didn't want to hang on to it, and I didn't want it to get rained on. And when I was running down the street, some guy or like a group of people walked by, and they're like, "Oh, Planet Dirty, Planet." I was like, I just never would have thought that. I have like 600 subscribers, so it was just really cool to see that in this small, like I say, small community, but people are actually watching and they can recognize me. It was, I wasn't expecting that, and then people wanting to take a picture with me. It was just, it was really cool.
That is amazing, man. That is
awesome.
So never in a million years I thought that would happen, especially this soon. So I'm very thankful for everything, and I'll get more deeper into YouTube and people in it later on.
And people would connect this with you because you're a genuine awesome person. But go ahead, Joe.
I was just gonna say, the shocker of some bumping into somebody that watches your show or even watches your YouTube. It's only happened to me twice, and one time. The funny thing is nobody around here has ever recognized me. But when I met up with Xteen and Movie Toy Collector, that are other YouTubers, and I met this guy at CD Warehouse in Pittsburgh. I was walking in, he was walking in, he goes, "Joe, Marie?" And I'm just like, in Massachusetts, nobody, but I'm in Pittsburgh, and somebody's walking out of CD Warehouse and notices me. And then one time in Mass, but it's like, "Hey, didn't I see you in the Rant Cinema video?" I'm just like, "Yeah." But that was about, it's like, you don't know who I am, but you know Durant. So it's kind of funny.
Thing how people will be recognized and like how the location makes all the difference. Because my channel was recognized recently, and it wasn't even me. It was my brother who looked like me. I'm like, man, I wish I was there.
That's great.
All right, Fish, what are you thankful for?
First of all, I'm thankful for this community. But one of the things I'm most thankful for is I actually got to meet up with some of these people. Tim, Bob, oh my gosh, Ryan, and it was a great time. Man, I had a lot of fun. Nate, KB, it was so cool to hang out with these guys just for a couple days even, and when we got together, it felt like, we've of course known each other for, a little over a year. I mean, I've only been doing this for a year myself. So to be able to get together and hit it off and be able to, have a good time. I'm very thankful for that.
So what was your favorite,
to meet up.
What was your favorite part? Getting left behind at the store?
Yes. Actually being able to hunt them down. No. Okay, here's the thing. It's like when I got in there, they were like, "Oh yeah, you can call us out," and I did, and I was like, "All right, I will."
We felt so bad, Tony. Oh my god, man. We felt so bad.
No, the best part was the live stream that night we all met up. That was
the pillow fight.
That was a lot of fun. The pillow fight, yes.
Yeah.
It felt like we've all been friends for like 10 years, knew each other. Like it just clicked. It was freaking amazing, which is why I've done now a couple of meetups and have another one coming up, because it transcends when you're talking on the screen and you actually meet each other in person. It's such an awesome feeling. I can't tell you. I like anyone that hasn't met up with friends in person yet. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I first did it in, I think it was 2017. No, 2017. A guy that me and Tim met, Cinema Man, that was up at Bull Moose. I met him and Cinema Sickness when they came up here. And we filmed in Salem, Mass. That we did the whole Salem, Mass, and we did hunting around there. And then me doing that whole Pittsburgh trip, that I met almost 15 different YouTubers. That I had people coming from Illinois, and we all met, and it was a great time. Like I said, it's good to do those meetups and meet up with people.
Yeah, and I love seeing those videos, and that just helps inspire more people to meet up. So I think that would be a trend. Like I see more meetups happening in the future. I'm like, I'm seeing you guys and I'm like, man, I got to plan a Cali meetup this year or something. Like I got to get something going.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I've never been to California. So.
Yeah, me too. I want to get there so bad. I do feel bad that like the West Coast seems harder than like the East Coast. There's so many of us and not that far of a drive. And even the Midwest isn't as far for us to drive as like holy
California.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
California is you gotta plane it.
Oh yeah,
because I've only been to California once because I wanted to go to Amoeba Records, but
something went out.
I went there. I wanted to go there once, and I was going to Australia, and I stopped in LA just to go to Amoeba.
That's cool.
All right, Ryan, what would you like to shout out?
Not to echo everybody too much, but I mean, this community is just special. Like it is really hard to overstate how difficult it is to just mesh with everybody so well. And like with my channel, doing a live show every Thursday that goes over all of the physical media announcements and then has a long discussion after that, to find people willing to do that continuously for multiple years in a row now, I'm baffled that people still want to do it. Like, it's amazing. And I mean, even Tim was just on it, and it is so much more fulfilling than it sounds like it would be, just to discuss all kinds of film and not pigeonhole yourself into a couple and then do a deep dive into something afterwards. And it takes a special kind of person just to continuously be willing to do that. So everybody that does it, it's just an immediate, man, I'm so grateful that these people are amazing.
I had a blast on his channel, by the way. Ryan puts together like, I had so much fun. His live streams are great. His channel is great in general. But yeah, I had a blast. So if anyone gets an opportunity to stream with Ryan on his channel, you'll have a really good time.
I'm coming for everybody eventually. It's just a long list.
It's a long list.
Sounds good.
All right, so I'm definitely going to echo some of you guys because you guys were just like mentioning my top 3 here. So I'm just going to combo some of these real quick. But first, of course, the Collectors Club. Loved how that was mentioned. I mean, the Collectors Club, being able to go to you guys for advice and just to talk and to vent about things and just talk about movies every day. Like, everybody's so active in the chat. I'm probably the least active. I need to do better about being more active. But just looking forward to like funny, like little reels that Derek will send, or just things like Huck you'll mention as well. And then Tim with the voice memos. I'm like, I always look forward to those for some reason. It's like, oh, let me hear some Tim today. It's just
especially when it's a rant. It's really good.
Oh, those are the best. Those are so good.
Oh, click on that. He's pissed.
Now I'm thinking of the last the rant on Cobweb from the last stream we were on. Oh, that was so good. But yeah, just having that consistent group that we get to talk about the things we love, collectibles, movies, all that fun stuff, it means the world. So I really appreciate all the Collector Club members. I mean, Huck, like the production you do with all the countdowns, the editing, like next level stuff. I'm like, man, I got to learn from this person because it's just so amazing. And then like Derek is so awesome out there. I know Derek's not on here, but Derek's awesome. Like he's just the most kindest soul out there. And like he sent me like movie posters he didn't no longer want, like the Punisher poster, because he knows I love the Punisher. And he sent it to me. He just shipped it to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is like the kindest thing in the world. So I really appreciate Derek for that and just being absolutely hilarious. And then like Tim with his Timness. Just talking movies, everything.
The classic Timness.
It's just amazing. So it's just a unique group of personalities too, but somehow we all work together to create these amazing Collectors Club episodes. So yeah, absolutely had a shout out now. Yes. But I feel like I know Tim's taste in movies now, so I'm gonna rebound from the Cobweb one next time. I'm hoping.
The good thing is we're out of horror now. Horror is hard to recommend to me.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I can't just, shout out the Collectors Club, but all my panel members here. Like, I've had a lot of you guys on my channel before, or watching everybody's channel, though. I've been watching Martinez Joe, Planet CHH, Disconnected, just watching all your guys' amazing content. Like, I know everybody puts so much work into their content out there. And you really don't know unless you're a creator yourself, because it's like, okay, you watch like a 5, 10-minute, 15-minute video. You're like, oh, that probably took like 10 minutes to create. But as a creator, you know all the hard work. Like, oh, man, that took like 6, 8, 10 hours to create with all the editing and the graphics. So just seeing everybody's, blood, sweat, and tears they pour into their content. And then on top of that, being willing to come on my channel. At first, when I started doing the streaming stuff, I'm like, should I even do streaming stuff? Like, is anybody going to want to stop by my channel and talk to me? I don't know. I'm so awkward sometimes and introverted, and I can barely talk half the time. So I'm like, I don't know if anybody's going to show up. And then people wanted to show up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this community is absolutely amazing. And then not only that, other people inviting me on their channels as a guest. And so just how this community has really been just fantastic and supportive of each other. There's no other community out there on YouTube like the BluTuber community. I mean, so welcoming of just everybody in this space. Just it's like, hey, you love movies, join in, you're welcome, type of thing. So yeah, gotta shout out everybody out there.
Love it.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's great.
You're absolutely right. I watch everybody, of course, but I also am interested in other things on YouTube, like reaction videos. I watch people's reactions to movies for the first time. I enjoy doing that stuff. But like you said, that community doesn't. Every now and again, they'll do like
collaborate
together collaborations, but it's very few and far between. So I mean, for us to be able to do this so frequently and enjoy it all the time, because this is what we love to do. We like to talk about movies and physical media and stuff. So I echo that as well. Yeah.
I was gonna say I really love that that's happening, because when I first, and I've said it before on other streams, when I first came onto YouTube, I think 6 years ago now, nobody ever did any kind of collabs. Everybody was, not to throw shade at anybody, everybody was pretty much out for themselves, and nobody really did anything like that. And I feel like the new breed of people that are doing YouTube and, making content are all welcome into each other. It's nobody's pretty much fighting, against each other to try to, to hold other people down, that crab mentality. But I think that they talk about, I used to be a musician, so that's usually with music you hear it a lot. But I like that it's not like that, with the new breed of YouTubers, and I enjoy it a lot more because of it. It's one of the things that keeps me going doing it, because I never thought I would do it this long.
I would have given up so fast. If there was no sense of community, it was just me making videos, posting it, moving on, and posting another video, not talking to anybody, I wouldn't still be doing this. There'd be no point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you and me, Tim, we did it to talk to people. If I had nobody to talk to, there wouldn't be any fun in doing the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Cody, I remember Cody when you were coming out, man. You're like, I don't know, and we're just like, dude, go for it, just make your channel, man, just make it happen, because that's what we all did at one point. We all just gave it a shot, and here we are.
Dude, I was so nervous, and I did it. And I loved it. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. To think back.
And it feels like you've been here forever.
I know.
It's so weird back to Lopke Vision Films, and now you're Cody. Like,
yeah. And that's the funny thing is, it's like when I first did it, Absolute Sublime, if anybody knows who he is, Absolute Sublime was the guy that for 6 years of me watching his content, he was like, hey, Joe, you should do videos. Hey, Joe, you should do videos. He bothered me for 6 years to do videos. He goes, oh, you got a great collection. And after 6 years, I finally did it. And then once I started doing it, I'm like, why did I wait 6 years to do it? I could have been doing it all this time. I would have been, a lot happier. Yeah, I would have been Tony. Because like I said, I was watching. It's like I've told Tony before. I watched Tony when he was a pop collector, and I didn't collect pops. I hate pops, but for some reason, Tony's videos were so intriguing to watch. Watching this guy collect pops is like, I have to watch Tony's videos, and I watched them all the time, even though I'm like, I hate pops, but for some reason, I had to watch his videos.
I almost feel like it's a badge of honor. I've been watching him since toy collector days.
Yeah, and same thing. I've been watching Tony since toy collector days when his whole room was pops. Pops and Disney. That's all it was.
Yep.
This is autobiography. Yeah. Pops and Disney.
What happened, Tony? What happened with the pops? Did you just?
Oh, those pops.
He sold them.
Why? Was it like an overnight thing, or did you say to yourself like?
No, it took a while. It was just outrageous, and I'm one of those people that thinks that they have to have everything, as you probably already know.
Really?
Yeah. That was the question that I always had. Like, what was that flip of the switch of the day that you're like, that's it, I'm done with these? What was the I
couldn't walk or move around this room anymore. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
And I've been collecting physical media forever too, since I was a teenager. But when the pops took over, it was like, okay, this has got to stop. And so I finally found a company that would buy all of them, and I would get all my money back. So I got everything that I put into it, I got back. So it was just a win-win for me, other than the part of
that's cool.
Getting two big old semi trucks up into my neighborhood to pick all this crap up.
Two
semi trucks?
Yeah, it was a video. It was
Did you hold on to any?
I think there's some in some totes in the garage. But I haven't looked at them. I don't want to have anything to do with them right now.
Nothing to do with them.
They multiply.
Don't open that Pandora's box. Leave that shut.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that might happen with movies someday?
No, it'll never happen with movies.
Okay,
I've got that all under control.
Like I said, I'm waiting for the day that Tony goes up on stream, and I'm waiting for the island down the middle. I'm waiting for that island down the middle of just movies. That's his next frame. Yeah, it's or when you look at his room from above, it's just an O shape, just shelves around and then shelves down the middle on both sides. Give it that movie store feel. I'm waiting for it.
Like Blockbuster. How many? Yes.
Well, Blockbuster, the A-frame, so they can lean on them a little bit.
That's why when Best Buy was getting rid of the physical media in his area, I told Tony, I'm like, go over there and ask him if you could buy those islands, so you could put them right down the middle of your room. Right. And he's like, they won't sell them.
No, I asked.
But they'll throw them in the dumpster.
Mm-hmm. You have to dumpster dive.
All right, getting into our second round here. Tim, take it away.
All right, this one is not sappy, so this should go pretty quick. Evil Dead is my favorite horror franchise. I've said that many times. They're very sporadic in when they come out, and I am very thankful that we got a new Evil Dead. It's not my favorite in the franchise, but I still really enjoy it, and it's more Evil Dead. I'm always happy that this franchise continues on, and it continues on at pretty good quality. Even though this is my least favorite of the movies, it's still damn good. That's not a knock against it. So I'm just happy that this franchise continues on.
Yeah, the TV series, all of that.
Yeah.
Quality.
TV show was good.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that movie as well.
I did too.
Yeah, it's nice, Tim, when like a franchise you love comes back and adds to the lore, you know.
And it does at like enough of a gap that it leaves you really wanting it, and you're satisfied, and then it's like another 10 years before you get another one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unlike Marvel and Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, Joe.
I'm gonna change it around now because Tim just because of something that Huck said, and now Tim's talking about favorite franchises, I'm gonna go with this because people know me, and I am so excited this year. Like I said, I had the biggest last month because Hallmark decided to go Blu-ray.
No,
for the first time.
Look at that amazingness.
What?
So Hallmark finally went Blu-ray after me having over 300 Hallmark DVDs, and now they finally started going Blu-ray, and it's gonna be like Pokemon. I'm gonna have to catch them all as they come out. But I am so happy that they started to finally do physical media on Blu-ray releases, so I can start collecting them that way. Because, like I said, right in front of me is my Christmas section, and I probably have about 800 Christmas movies, and over 300 of them are Hallmark. So.
Can I just say how wholesome it was that the Seth Rogen laugh led to Hallmark on Blu-ray?
Yes. Yeah, Hallmark on Blu-ray. I am through the roof on that one because I love my Hallmark movies. Once Black Friday hits, I watch at least one a day.
I will to echo on that though. We still didn't get my Southern Family Christmas on any physical media with Bruce Campbell. I want a Blu-ray of that, damn it. I need my Bruce Campbell. Yeah, that one never came yet.
Nope.
Well, Joe, if you got duplicates of those Blu-rays on DVD, send me one.
I was gonna say I do. I have probably about 30. I actually had so many Hallmark duplicates that when I put them together, I found 30 of them that I actually own twice. And and some of the Blu-rays I had on DVD. So, like I said, I have about 100 Christmas movies sitting over there that were doubles that I didn't realize I bought twice.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Kristen, where are you leaning towards on this one?
I guess I could show this real quick. So this was just kind of like luck of the draw for me. I had this Leatherface bust that this guy really, really wanted, and they don't make it anymore. And he was like, "Hey, name your price for it." I was like, "I don't want to sell it." He goes, "No, name your price for it." Long story short, I told him if he bought this and sent it to me, I'd trade him.
Don't drop it.
It's heavy.
Oh my
god.
Yes. It's a big ass Jason Takes Manhattan. So I got that from Devil's Latex and I traded him. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
It was very cool. So do you wake up and see it at night and keep and like, oh Jesus, right?
Oh no.
It's like every time.
No, it's cool.
Dude, I know you like that one. That's Jason, one of yours. Yeah.
So it's my favorite.
I'm kind of retired on getting that kind of stuff. I got a lot, but the only one I want to get left if I can get it is like a Uber Jason.
Ooh,
after that, I'm pretty much done. I've spent enough money on like stuff like that. But he's and when you walk in the room, he's like grabs your attention. That or Baby Freddy, but I love it. So it worked out really cool. I didn't have to buy that because it's like $1,000. That thing's gigantic. Yeah. So I just traded this guy this. I mean that Leatherface. I got that Leatherface like 10 years ago, and it was like $250 or something, but they don't make it anymore. And this guy wanted it bad, so I was like, "If you want it, buy that for me and send it to me." He's like, "Done." I was like, "Really?"
Wow.
We did. Yeah. So I lucked out.
Yeah, as long as you didn't send him the other one in like a Best Buy bag. Around.
No. I took care of him. It probably took him an hour to go through the bubble wrap when I sent him the Leatherface.
Nice.
Yeah, collecting that stuff is no joke. It's expensive, man. It is really expensive.
It is.
Yeah.
I know. Look behind Tim. Look at all those.
Man, and I'm complaining about like $35 4Ks. I'm like,
oh no, I do.
Yeah.
I still complain about that too. Don't worry. Every day.
Yeah, I've seen people's Instagrams or stuff that had those life size, and they look nice in the house. But then when I started looking into the prices, I was just like, no, it's no way. I could never spend that much money.
There's like different levels. You can get that like animatronic life-size stuff for several hundred from like a Spirit and some other places.
Yeah.
But then like Sideshow and some other companies do ones that are we're talking like 10, 15,000.
Yeah.
For full 1-to-1 scale. Those are the price range.
Like I said, go ahead. I was gonna say.
Okay, you got it.
Go, Tim.
The most I've spent so far is $1,500 on a statue, but go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I only have the one single 1-to-1 statue in my house, and that's the. I'm not sure if anybody's ever seen it, but it's the Dobby statue from Harry Potter that I got from Movie Hunter as a gift that was actually in theaters. I've seen, like I said, I've been offered crazy money for that thing, but I will never sell it because I got it as a gift from a subscriber. But I mean, that thing is crazy expensive online because I think there's only like 500 of them ever. Let me see if I can poke it up.
At least it's small, not like a giant.
It's way over there in the corner.
There he is.
Yeah.
Nice Babu.
Joe, is that your living room?
No, this used to be a single car garage, and
I would expect that.
my living room's on the. I have a ranch style house that had like a breezeway, and the breezeway is closed off, and that's my son's playroom. And this was a 1-car garage, and I'm like, my car can have snow. Let me get rid of the garage door, put a fireplace in here, and make it into a movie room. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, but
so that's what I did. Yeah, this used to be a 1-car garage at one time, but cool. it just stores my movies and some of my vinyl.
All right, Huck.
Well, I'm gonna take a little page off of that, Joe. So for me, I am thankful in a much smaller degree. I have a 1-kid garage, which is this room right in here, that my wife used to have. This as an office. And if you guys remember my channel for the first couple of years, it's been in the other room that only had 2 walls. Like the other wall, there was no wall in front of me because it just bled into the living room. And then the one on the left was actually the front window and the front door. So you couldn't use that for storage or anything. So it was just like a V. That's all I had. And I just outgrew it. It was like I was starting to put movies in front of movies. And as an OCD person, that gets like, I can't see my movies, right? Like if I can't see them, I don't watch them, right? And if it's double stacked like that, that doesn't work. So I just said, can we switch? And one weekend I'm like, and I said, look, I'll do the bulk of the moving. So, she helped me clear this out, which was, look, let's face it. It was also half my crap in her office. So we just dumped everything out in the living room and, and now I've got, this room, all to myself. It's like my own media room. And I love it. Like this is where I work, because I work from home. So I come in here and I surround myself with stuff I love. I got this, even got like a TV back here. I had Friends on this morning. I shouldn't do that, Fish, because I was not getting work done. I was like turning around like this. I'm like, I got to turn that off. Like I was literally not being productive. So, but yeah, so I'm thankful for this room and my wife making the switch and this crappy ass camera. Hold on. All right.
It does not want to focus on you.
I'm going to step out and then come back in. There we go.
Yeah, I was going to say originally Marie wanted. I was going to say originally
camera.
I was going to say originally Marie wanted this as a master bedroom because of me having a fireplace in here. She's like, "Oh, let's make it a master bedroom." I'm like, "No, it's the movie room. We're going to have the 11 by 11 for our bedroom. I need a lot more space."
Yeah. This is literally a 9 by 10. This room. But I mean, it's exactly what I needed. I have to be careful though, because now that this is my space, if I outgrow it, I don't have that Tony basement or that Joe garage. So I got to like slow build. But when I go to swap meets, I don't slow build. I'm like, 20 movies for $13. Let's get them.
Yeah.
So space goes quick.
It's kind of crazy. So like right now, my movie room is what was the living room. We shifted the living room to into the dining room. And we don't have a dining room anymore. We're not eat at table people, so we just screw it. We don't need a dining room.
There you go.
My stuff is my house is so untraditional that all of my geeky shit is everywhere. The actual living room now has movies. The foyer you walk in has movies and Lego. The kitchen has movie posters. I mean, this stuff is everywhere in my house.
Yeah, I'm limited to this room. If I try to put a poster in the other room, it will, by the time I go to work and come back, it'll be taken off the wall and be over here in the corner in this room sitting on the floor. That's the only thing Marie says. It has to stay within these walls. So
there you go.
All right,
April's a giant nerd, so
yeah.
So my second one actually was talking about the space that I have and how thankful I am.
Do it, Tony. Do it. No, do it. Yeah, keep doing it.
You know, upstairs is all just a normal living space upstairs. And so I'm thankful that I've got this space down here in the basement to be able to collect and do the things that I want to do. You know, I don't have anybody other than the people that I get to live stream with to share the basement with me. So, you know, my family, they don't come down here. They don't spend time with me down in the basement. So it's nice to have a space to go to. This is pretty much where I stay when I'm at home. It's down here. But we've been here in this house for 23 years. And before I had the movies and before I had the Funko Pops, I used to have like a haunted house. So it was a haunted house down here.
What?
Walk through
Tony.
Really?
Because when I grew up, I used to work in haunted houses and those different things. I love horror type stuff. And so I would have a walk through haunted houses. So when my kids were growing up, all their friends would come over. They would go through. Because this room here is identical to the room over here. So the two rooms this size. So you could do all kinds of good little
Spooky
caverns
stuff.
and different things. So it's just nice having a space to go to and to enjoy my stuff.
So this was like your own haunted house. Did you have people come over like during like October, or you were just like, this is mine to walk through?
No, I mean, I enjoyed walking through it, but it was mostly for
trick-or-treaters.
It's mostly for the neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a September, October, November type thing, or it was. So I actually got.
Tony, do you have a desk right there? Or is that like?
Yeah, I'm at my desk.
Okay, I was just wondering. I still have questions about this room.
Oh, look at that! We got to zoom in on that one.
What is that?
Tony.
But go lower it.
The
Oh,
Creeper's award! Tony!
Tony the Creeper.
Hell yeah.
No, that didn't sound right. No.
This is crazy. You learn something new.
That's a whole new meaning.
I was going to say,
That's a whole new
learn
meaning
something.
Tony now, though.
Learn something new about Tony.
Tony, you need to write a book now, and that's going to be a chapter, The Haunted House. There
The
you
haunted
go.
house. Yeah.
Tony, is that a Jaws 2 poster right there? I see.
Oh yeah,
It is.
You finally got them damn superhero movie
I've
posters
got
down.
Apollo 13, Jaws, and The Shawshank Redemption.
Dude, now you're cooking over there.
Nice.
You're cooking over there, Tony.
I love that Jaws 2 post. That's Jaws 2, right?
Nah, it's fun.
Christian Hannah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Good, because
Tony's on fire.
Jaws 2 has a similar poster, right?
That's
like
That
the
auburn
artwork
red
of
one,
Stone
yeah.
Cold.
yeah, that's one I like that.
I dig it.
All right, dude.
Yeah, so my whole life, my favorite movie is Child's Play. My whole life, I've always wanted one of these, and they announced that they were going to stop selling them, so I bought one. It's my very own good guy doll.
Ugh.
But it's awesome.
Nice.
The box is cool. I absolutely love it, and I'll be doing it. I plan on doing an unboxing soon, but yeah, the box is nice. It's just a really nice, nice thing.
I would leave it in the box.
No, I'm gonna unbox and sleep with it.
Take it in.
I
assume
We got a new Creepers Award coming out.
There it is.
Creepers 2023.
Does it talk?
It does not talk, but it you can change its head. You can move its
Hey, Huck,
eyes.
you can do the voice.
I'm checking. Oh, because I have red hair. Is that what you're saying?
You're
else
an
sound alike?
actor, Huck. You're a very, good actor.
When did they come out with that one, Cody? That thing.
This is the ultimate Chucky doll.
Yeah.
So it came out like a year or two ago, but they're not gonna sell it anymore because they lost the rights to it.
Yeah.
But I have another head coming in. It's like the pizza face Chucky, where his face is half cut off. You can switch out the heads. You can switch out his hands. and like he comes with like weapons and accessories, and there's a magnet that sticks to his hand, so that's pretty cool.
That was the
That's
one
cool.
that was like $4.99, right?
This one?
Yeah. Was it?
No, this one was more 600.
Yeah, that's a Trick or Treat Studios one, right?
Yeah, this is the ultimate one, but they do have like just a good guy doll one that was 400, 500.
Yeah.
But the ultimate one was a little more expensive because you could, like I said, you could switch out the heads, the hands, and it comes with accessories.
It's ultimate. Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimate.
All right, Fish.
All right. Well, I'm gonna lean a little more towards the physical media side. I am very thankful for Arrow Video this year. There were a couple of things that, and actually, I'm thankful for Orbit for having these actually and getting them in because they're both imports, and I'm very thankful for these puppies right here. The Psycho and the Hellraiser sets. This sold out really fast, and I was bummed I couldn't find it. I found it on eBay, but for way too expensive than want to pay for it. And then Orbit got it back in just like last week or so, and I jumped on it. But I am very thankful for them for getting that back in. Like I said, this is very light and trivial, but yes, I'm very thankful to be able to add these to the collection. These are awesome. I'm so excited.
I know.
So, yeah.
That's fun. That's fun.
Went ape shit on the Hellraiser one. And I picked up both of them, but man, that Psycho set is
the best, dude.
incredible. It's so good. The price was fantastic, like $65, and it's top notch. Like that's top 10 of the year overall release. Like it's great.
I agree.
Right. Yeah. Let's say, then the Arrow's been killing it. They're like next year. I'm excited. Conan, I mean, kicking it off in 2024.
I just did a video about that.
Guns just like Arnold, bro.
Hell yeah, brother. Been working hard.
Keep on flexing, baby.
But yeah. No, I'm just thankful to have a boutique label that takes and appreciates film and does it well.
Appreciates my budget too.
Yeah.
Right.
When it comes to Arrow, they're my favorite company. I love Arrow Video.
Same. They're my favorite boutique label. Yeah.
All right, Ryan.
I will piggyback on Fish a little bit then. My second one was super abstract. As much as I love and kind of worship physical media on behalf of everybody, film itself this year has been just a really good year for me. I've had a lot of incredible discoveries. Watched films from India, Indonesia, France, Germany, South Korea, Japan, all across the globe, and I don't know. It's been a really solid year for some things that I've watched, and I know that a lot of us focus on the physical media aspect, but the film, I mean, that's what that is at the heart of all this, the real art, and it's been an incredible year.
It has been a really cool year for film. Like even I follow all the Academy Awards things, and like Oppenheimer is going to do really good, and it's crazy to think like a movie like that did freaking insanely well at the box office, which after all of the superhero stuff killing it, it's nice and refreshing to have something like that do well. Barbie coming in and actually being not a piece of shit and actually being a lot of fun.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Except unless you're Mike.
But I'm just saying, it has been a really refreshing year for movies. It really has been.
I think it's just the audience speaking out, saying, "Okay, the superheroes they were big, but we're now hungry for something that we've been, especially comedies,
something else,
especially comedies. Like dramas are always there, but good comedies just seem to be hard to come by. And unless you're Mike, Barbie was a great comedy. Sorry, buddy. I know you tried.
That's okay. I love that people loved it, so that's
good.
My wife loved it, so it was worth it for that. All right. Well, I'll still go with this one, even though everybody's ranting on the superhero films now. But anyway, this was a great year for superhero films. Just to show off my steelbooks here, right? We had amazing superhero movies. My 3 favorite films of the year so far, all superhero films. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, amazing. I mean, could bring a tear to your eye. Same with Shazam 2, Shazam Fury of the Gods. Only me and Huck saw it, so it made like $10 at the box office.
That's right.
That's okay. I love Shazam Fury of the Gods. And then Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Amazing
really
film, worthy sequel. So I love those movies. So I know some people are kind of superhero fatigued out there, but out of the superhero films that came out, I think half of them were absolutely amazing and some of the best superhero films we've ever got. So, you know me, that's my genre though. So I got to root for my genre right there. So
yeah, those are good
but
picks.
those
Mike.
movies were great.
I'm with you on those picks. Those are good, solid picks.
They're so good, and I'm gonna
Guardians especially
endlessly. Oh,
like
that's
especially
my favorite. That's my number one.
Yeah, like to wrap up the whole franchise of the Guardians, making it. What I love about the Guardians is it's sort of its own. It stands alone. Like you can watch all three of those by themselves, whereas some of the other ones, like the Iron Mans and Captain America, they're all sort of woven into the whole Marvel thing. So that's kind of why
standalones.
Yeah, that's why I personally like Guardians as my favorite because you know, Captain America 3 is really like an Avengers 2.5. So not quite a trilogy that you can go. It stands on its own, but yeah, Guardians is so good.
And there was a time I didn't think we were gonna get Guardians 3 when there was all the James Gunn issues. I'm like, is this movie even gonna happen? But then when we got news he was back and he was gonna do it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a great year. So yeah, I've had a good time with superhero movies this year. I mean, not all of them have been perfect, you know, the Marvels and whatnot. But we still got Aquaman 2 coming out.
That's right. Get ready, Mike.
For. That movie looks so good.
Look at all the faces, Mike. Everyone's so dead right now.
I'm trying to be positive by staying silent, Hawk.
Yeah. Well, your face is giving it away.
But anyway, I'm excited for Aquaman 2. But yeah, superhero films definitely a large win for me this year. So.
I am thankful that we got Michael Keaton back as Batman. That was awesome.
Yeah, so there you go.
And the Flash was actually pretty good. Not perfect. There's issues with it, but it had a lot of fun and there were some cool things in it. So you know. All right.
Nice.
So now we're on to number 3. Third shout out. All right, Tim.
All right. So this, I guess, kind of piggybacks off of what Cody said earlier when he said about going to age 45. I used to go to cons a lot and then stopped for quite a while. And this year I kind of ramped things back up again. And I've been really enjoying going back to cons and like getting to check mark things off, like meeting John Carpenter in person. Like I love this guy, and meeting him in person was just something special. My wife, we joke around about having a hall pass, and her hall pass is Chris Evans. And we didn't think she'd legit get to meet Chris Evans and basically be touching his ass at this picture. So
I thought you were gonna say your hall pass was John Carpenter. That's what I was waiting for.
Even like I said, I love Evil Dead, and like say this is all within this year. Meeting Sam Raimi. I didn't think I would meet Sam Raimi, and so I got to meet him this year.
Hell yeah!
And then to even more crazy, I wish I was able to afford the pictures as well. But meeting freaking Christopher Lloyd, Michael J. Fox, Tom Wilson, meeting the freaking Back to the Future cast. Like I didn't think I would get to do that. So all of that happening this year, and then I have another one coming up next month that I'm going to be meeting all of the Scream cast, all of the Christmas Story cast. Cons are crazy good right now, like crazy good.
Well, you know, when the strike was happening, they had to do something, right?
Yeah, to make money.
It's insane though, the people that they're getting, and luckily the one I'm going to next month, even though things have started back up in Hollywood, there's been no cancellations yet. So fingers crossed that these people, or at least most of them, still hold in. But I honest to God, I have like 16 people I'm going to be getting. Like I have a bunch of money off to the side. We got a 3-day pass and we're going to meet like 16 people. It's crazy.
Awesome. Save those bucks, baby.
That's awesome.
Right. Joe.
Now I'm going to go from one spectrum to the other because we did Hallmark earlier. And I'm still shocked that Tony bought this because when I saw that Tony showed these, I was like, what are you thinking, Tony? But these films, I've always been a fan of them. I I like my torture porn, as I've always said.
Oh boy!
And I have a bunch of torture. Hey, I was gonna say Tony owns one, so I don't want to hear nothing.
That's not Tony owns everything.
But I like my torture porn. I have a lot of it in my collection, and when these got announced, I was so excited to buy them. I still need the third one that hasn't come out yet, and they're coming out with a box set with all of them in it, and I'll buy that as well. But when the August Underground films got announced, I was so excited for these from Toe Tag Pictures from back in the day from Pittsburgh, PA. I met Fred Vogel a long time ago, and just having these again, because like I said, I had them on DVD for the longest time, but now having them on Blu-ray, because I missed out on the Blu-ray release that they had a long time ago. So I was super excited when Unearthed Films got the rights from Fred Vogel to release those. So that's one thing I was super thankful for. I got Marie to watch one of them, and she's like, Joe, what the hell did I just watch? I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And, okay, so at the very beginning of this live stream, you said you weren't about any porn.
I said no porn, not torture porn. That's totally different.
That's
totally different, Tony.
Totally different. Which one though?
Porn is in the name.
There,
My porn is all the way on that side of the room.
It's over there.
My
Tony.
torture porn is sprinkled throughout the collection.
What if Tony was like, and I'm thankful for this porn? He just pulled up his big stack.
If Tony did that, I would literally fall over.
Yeah,
so
I would too.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I saw that Tony,
I'm
all flustered from Tony.
We're falling.
When I first heard that Tony got the first August Underground film, I was like, "What does Tony know what he just bought?" And I really want to know once he sees it. I know
that was actually sent to me. I believe I want to say the MVD Visual or someone sent that to me.
Oh, for review?
Mm-hmm.
I think Tony paid top dollar for it.
They sent it for review. Okay.
I didn't review
it. Burning bridges, Tony.
Yeah, already.
Christian, take it away.
Yeah, so this is actually something I forgot about, but Cody was reminding me of it. So I don't know if anybody's heard of Horror Hound magazine.
Yep.
In the summer 2023 episode, this was really cool. I was really grateful about this. They put me in it. So if you see that episode, I was in Horror Hound, which was really
nice.
Cool.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, it's just a short little bio about me, and then I sent them pictures of my movie room and stuff. So there you go. Cody's got
Dude
it.
has it right there.
But it's still at the stores in case anybody sees it.
Yeah. I got mine at Barnes and Noble.
And I loved that movie this year too. So it was really
nice.
cool that one of my favorite movies of the year was the cover that I was in. So
I actually really dug that movie. That got a lot of
So
hate.
did I.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it too.
I did too.
Same.
I'm a big Dracula mark, and I was just bummed. Of course, nobody was in the theater for that or Renfield when I went.
The CGI was not the best, but the movie itself it was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No Shazam 2, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what buttons to push.
You can literally see Tim go, oh, like every time like a superhero gets mentioned.
Not even just a superhero. He mentioned Shazam too.
It's so
Specifically
good, so
Shazam.
good.
Yeah, your favorite.
It's amazing.
It's all about
All right.
All right, Huck.
So, Tim, it's funny. Like, I'm just gonna not do it because you did it. But I was also gonna say I'm thankful for the ability to go to so many different cons around here without having to go too far. Look, you just said it, so I'll show you. You know, we got Christina Ricci right here. I even bought this frame. Just
That was an awesome one.
That's my wife.
And she was just super cool, man. What'd you say?
So that's my wife.
Well, your wife's awesome, man. She's totally great. No, so it was just wonderful to be able to go to the Hollywood show, which is a thing they only do like 3 times a year. And it's specifically just autographs of stars. That's it. It's not like a sci-fi horror convention where there's like a lot of merch to go buy and stuff like that. There's a tiny bit of merch in the back, but it's usually like prints, posters, and stuff like that for those who forgot to bring prints and posters to get signed. And you're going to go buy them and get those. It's brilliant. So, but with LA Comic-Con coming up, we have the, Comic-Con in the middle of the year. We have WonderCon around my birthday. So I'm just sort of like got these opportunities to get out and look, we're sort of affected by this community too. Like when Tim and I start talking, because we're both like autograph hounds, now I'm like, oh, it makes me want to get a little bit more autographs, stuff like that. Because now I know I got a buddy to talk about them with and share them with and stuff like that. I got a big old, and now I'm like I want to do a video on all the ones I've collected for the 20 some odd years I've lived out here. So I think I'll be doing that. So I'm thankful for all that.
Regardless of views on that video, I will watch it and love it. I love watching that stuff.
Yeah. It's funny because some things I did just for myself, like programs. Like, remember when they used to hand out programs at movies? I mean, maybe Tony, like there's only a few of us that probably remember that.
Oh, movies, no.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, I have my original Superman, which is one of my favorite films of all time. It's like the original program they gave me. It wasn't a store-bought. And all these other ones. And so I did like 5 videos of that one, Star Wars, the original Star Wars program, Flash Gordon. Some of the lowest viewed stuff on my channel, but I'm like, I feel like there's people who have never seen these, and now it's like, it's sort of, for me now they're done. And if I ever want to watch the video flipping through them, because I'm too lazy to go in the garage and find the actual program, I can look through them. It's the same thing when I do I went to the Star Trek convention and I spent so much time editing that video, like, sound effects and coverage and all this stuff. And James Bond, I went and covered the James Bond exhibit here, and I dropped it 1 week before the Bond movie, like the final Bond. I'm like, oh man, this is going to be viral. It's 1 week before the movie. It's the last time Craig is out there. Barely cracked 100 views. I'm like, oh my God, but now I've got this great video that I can relive that entire convention with. So it's really for me that I'm hoping to share with people. And sometimes I'm shocked, it doesn't find an audience.
What did you have? Oh, go ahead, Tim.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I love this community. I wouldn't trade it for anything, but I do notice though, as deep entrenched as I am in like physical media, when I do post the autographs, the posters, things like that, because that's not target audience, a lot of that stuff does not do well at all for me, even the slightest. Nobody cares about my poster collection.
I care.
Yeah, you're one of the 5 people that watch it.
I want that chill factor poster.
I was gonna say same thing when I got back into vinyl. Nobody those videos were crickets. Nobody cared about vinyl. I thought I would like branch off to like vinyl collectors, but nobody. It was a small few that watched those.
What's funny though? Not to take too much of the talking here, but when I watch everybody because I like the person. You got what I mean? Like they're talking about physical media and I love physical media, but I continue watching that person because I like that person. So when they're talking about things that they love, even if it's not things that I personally collect and love, I love seeing their passion of whatever it is in the video.
Yeah.
So like, I will gladly watch if any of you make a video on your collection of Polly Pockets or something. I will.
All right.
Well, like you and me said earlier about Tony, I hate Pops, but I used to watch all of Tony's videos before I even knew who Tony was. When he was just the toy collector, is just like I liked how infectious his videos were, and the stuff that he collected, I could care less about him, but I just enjoyed watching them.
I like how there's a compliment and an insult at the same time.
Yeah. You saw I just did that. I went back and forth with that one.
And then when he found out that
I actually love some of Tony's videos that have nothing to do with collecting or anything. His Christmas tree videos.
Christmas tree,
I
yes.
really loved watching those Christmas tree videos. Yeah, maybe it's just because I love Tony, and I was intrigued, and I actually was like, oh my gosh. Well, that's
I was gonna say another one that I like, and I don't collect them. It was like Brian Goes Blue and Coco with their Hallmark ornaments.
Yeah,
I used to watch those. I'm not into collecting ornaments, but I don't know, for some reason I just just watching those it was relaxing to me. I don't know.
It brings
I was
a
like,
smile to my face watching other people show off that they think is awesome. Like
because they're so passionate about those, especially Coco.
Yeah, I love that stuff. I mean, that's part of why what we do in the Collectors Club is we want people to show stuff that they love, just because it's fun to see people's passion behind it. I love that stuff. I would love if more people in the physical media community also showed just some of the other stuff that they're really into. I feel a lot of people aren't strictly movies on discs. There has to be other stuff we love.
Yeah. There is.
I got a big Polly Pocket collection. I would like to.
Tony's dead serious, and we're laughing in his face.
He's gonna go buy a Polly Pocket collection just to show it.
I'm not either.
And,
All right, Tony,
and now Tony,
I'll show you a piece of my other collection right here. It's my man song collection.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
All right, you just made Tony's list. He just brought up a Sharpie.
Tony's like, damn, that was my next bit.
Like, if he wasn't already over for the torture porn,
I was gonna say, a subscriber sent that to me in a box, and I have it hanging in my movie room. So I thought it was a good segue.
Face right there.
Oh, wait to see Tony's next segment now.
All right, Tony.
Am I back on the list, Tony?
Yeah, you're on the list.
Thank you.
My third one is I'm thankful for the job that I've got. I've been able to work. Well, I've been working for 40 years. And a lot of the comments I get when people see my videos is, "What do you do for a living?" Because I've got all this stuff. But I'm just thankful that I've just stuck with a job for 40 years, that I'm able to almost retire in 5 years, and I'll have something that I'll get to come home to and enjoy. But the fact that I'm able to purchase the things that I want to purchase, it didn't happen overnight. It's something that you have to commit to, stick around with. So I'm just thankful for my job, and that I'm able to enjoy the things that I like to enjoy by spending my own money on my own things. And so I'm just thankful for that.
Nice.
All right, dude.
Yeah, so my next one is going to be my poster collection. I got into original one sheets this year, and this is actually one of them that I've been hunting down ever since I started, which is Ernest Scared Stupid. So I've had it up all month. So that's one of my favorite ones. And thankfully, I like a lot of 90s movies, and those are much cheaper than some of the 80s ones. So I haven't spent too much money on a lot, so I think my most expensive one is Mrs. Doubtfire. So I'm glad to have that. But I'm very happy that I got into doing those, and watching Tim. I'll see him have one. I want to get that. I do plan on getting the Chill Factor poster one time. So whenever I visit Tim's, I'm going to take it. I don't know if you guys ever seen Chill Factor with Cuba Gooding Jr. and
Skeet Ulrich.
Yeah. So I love that movie, and I felt so bad for Tim. He was doing videos or something in his room, and I kept seeing it in the background, and I kept commenting on it over and over again. And he's like, Jesus, he's not even watching the video, he's just watching my background.
He's just staring at Chill Factor.
I'm like, oh, that's really cool, but I like your Chill Factor poster in the background. But
don't just like that one other person watch that movie.
I know.
I was gonna say I've watched. I love that movie.
Yeah, so do I. I'm very, very thankful for my job as well, so I can afford stuff like this. So I do want to piggyback off of Tony, and I'm just very thankful that I have the means. I'm able to pay my bills and then do whatever I want. So very happy very happy that I am able to collect things.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah.
All right, over to Fish.
Well, to kind of piggyback off of Tim and Huck, I live in the middle of the country. Oklahoma doesn't get a whole lot of conventions, so when we do get one, I kind of latch on when I can. And we got somebody fantastic, and we actually got a few people, but this one I would gravitated more towards than anyone. I actually got to meet Miss Leah Thompson, and I wish I could have gotten that poster from Tim to get it signed for him. She's a sweetheart. She's a wonderfully. I actually paid to have her sign Space Camp.
I love that movie.
Paid to have her sign Some Kind of Wonderful.
I love that one.
And
Same.
got to talking to her, and she had never seen the steelbook version of Howard the Duck. So she offered to sign this for free, and I talked to her and I told her where to grab it. You can grab this on Groove.com. It's on sale right now. I don't agree. But yeah, it was wonderful. It was awesome. I was so happy to meet her. She, like I said, she was such a sweetheart. Like I said, we don't get a whole lot of cons here around this area. I mean, I can't travel that often because I work on the weekends, and that's when they usually happen, and that's where the money is for me because I'm a server. So I just gotta kind of stay really close. So I actually took off a weekend and went and did that and met Miss Leah Thompson, and she was fantastic and wonderful. And I'm so thankful to have met such a beautiful soul.
She's another one of my wives.
She's very
What a
high
cool
on
way.
my list, man. Very high.
Same.
You know, it's funny, Fish. You
she-
showed the space camp thing, and it's so funny. That's one of the ones from Kino I kept putting off, and then the very last sale, I'm like, it's time for me to get it, and it's gone.
Yeah.
I missed the window. Like you just never know. Like it was there every other sale, but when you click it,
Exactly.
like it's literally still in my wish list. Like it still exists, but when you click it, it goes to a page that says, "Sorry, this thing." I'm like, oh man!
Yeah.
Like right as I
Yeah,
finally
I know.
and I'm not
I
paying
grabbed
stuff
this
for prices.
I grabbed this the very first Kino sale I ever participated in because
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, oh, no way, Space Camp.
Yeah.
Okay, Blu-ray. Oh my god, I have to have it. So I grabbed that as soon as I saw it. So
I was gonna say that was when I bought that was the first Kino Blu-ray I ever bought before I even know who Kino was. And I didn't even buy it on a sale. I was just searching online through my VHS trying to find if they had Blu-rays for it. And that one popped up and I'm like, I have to buy it. I love that movie. I don't even know who Kino was. I think that was like one of the first boutiques I ever bought. I didn't even know really what boutiques were at that time when that came out.
Same. Yeah. I had just started getting into the community and people were talking, and I just started making friends with all you guys and stuff. And somebody was like, Kino sale. I'm like, what's Kino Lorber? What is that? And did a little digging and found out it's a fantastic company. So, yeah.
Yep.
So.
All right, Ryan.
This will be, I guess, the first one that will sound semi self-promotional, and I don't mean it that way at all. But the fact that this year we literally threw a live award show for physical media for last year, and it was supported by the community, the people that earned the awards. Some of the labels responded. The contributors that got the awards, they actually made an effort to accept them publicly and highlight that everybody voted on that. It was such a big deal, and now we're ramping up for the Shelf Shock Rewind Awards for 2023 and talking to everybody and getting the CSC together, and it's shaping up to be quite a bit bigger than this last year, and I can't wait.
Yeah,
that's wonderful. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That's great, Ryan. Yeah,
it is.
We'll be there.
Can't wait.
Oh yeah, we will.
All right, so I shouted out the panel, of course, but we got to shout out the audience now. The audience is amazing that watches the content out there. So I'm just going to run through everybody's name real quick. Not even going to read the comments, but just to run through the names. We had Adrian in here, always showing up to all these streams. Craig, always leaving comments on my channel, watching every single thing. We got Ian, who is new to this channel, so thank you, Ian, for being here. Of course, we got Kit and Paws in there as well. We got Vince, the movie man. We got Smirk in here. I mean, look at this amazing audience. Caveman Movies and More, who's also been on streams. We got Collector Movie Man. We got Movies, Movies and Music. We got David in here. We have, oh, look at this great panel. I think this is a new one too. We got Physical Media. Look at that. That is amazing. We have Dragon Movie Guy in here. We got, of course, Tiana Loves Movies. Such an amazing audience. Look at, we got Constance Cherry in there.
Hey, Constance.
We got What's Johnny Watching? We got Jerry in here. This chat is popping tonight. We got the Notorious Nemo. We got Born to Be Rad in here. I mean, look at this. Community. Some of them content creators themselves. We got Delon Movies in here. We got one of my members of my channel, Alex. Special shout out to my members out there for really supporting the channel on a whole nother level. So thank you so much, Alex. Really appreciate it. But yeah, such a great audience here tonight. Let's see. We got Sardines just subscribed because of Ryan. Hello, everyone. So thank you, Sardines. Nice. Thank you, Ryan. That's such a great audience here. So I think we got to, we got Movie Hunter in here as well.
Hell yeah.
And I think that was and Mel, of course. Had to shout out the audience, because without the audience, the channel really isn't possible as a community. You know, the audience, they're watching the content, they're interacting with the content. I love just responding to the comments, and it's just been a great time growing this community for my channel. I mean, we're just over a couple years now on the Mega Mike the Movie Man channel, and we just reached over the 1,500 subscriber mark, which is amazing, because thank you guys, because I started with 0 subs. Everybody starts at 0, and I literally had 0 editing knowledge. I've never even made an iMovie before this. Like, I had no knowledge of YouTube video editing, anything like this. So now to have a community of audience of, over 1,500 subs is just like mind blowing.
Awesome,
so
man.
thank you, audience out there.
Yeah.
We'll continue to grow, but do it for you guys.
And that
Mike,
first
that's really great. Yeah. Thanks for that, Mike. Because without the audience, and all the great interactions that we have, it's so great for especially for these lives,
Oh yeah. I mean, and they keep me going too. I mean, it's like, just when you think you're like, man, I'm so tired, it's like 8 hours editing this video, it's like, is it worth it? You then get that comment that's like, that just shows appreciation towards another video, and you're like, yeah, gotta keep going for you guys, gotta keep going. Or they love the live stream or whatever it might be. So it's like, yeah, they fuel the channel. All right, so now we're on to our fourth thankful shout out. And I'm sure we'll go a little bit quicker on this round, just to keep the pace going for you all out there. Tim.
All right, so Huck will love this one. I don't know who else, but we have been getting a massive influx of TV shows on Blu-ray this year, which has been incredible. Like the fact that I got Psych on Blu-ray blows my mind. And super nice. All individual cases, fantastic release by the studio themselves. But Kino Lorber is going to be releasing all of Monk. Season 1 comes out this month. That blows my mind. I freaking love Monk. Leave It to Beaver.
Monk is great.
Yeah, Monk's amazing. Leave It to Beaver complete series Blu-ray. Like, the list goes on and on. We've been getting Little Rascals came out, that complete set earlier in the year. TV on Blu-ray has been freaking killing it, which after over a decade of hardly getting anything, it's been really refreshing, because I swear the amount of times where they'd release 1 or 2 seasons and they're like, nope, we're done, no more.
Yeah.
And now they're giving
that's frustrating.
Yeah, now they're just giving us the whole series at once. That is exactly what I want. This is great. This is prime time for TV on Blu-ray.
Hell yeah.
All right.
That's so good.
Definitely.
All right. I mean, It was on my list, so I'll just go ahead and bounce off of it and say yes. Because I just picked up Chuck, the whole Chuck series. I got A-Team up here, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Charlie's Angels. They just announced Farscape, the whole series, and the 2 Peacekeeper movies that weren't in the previous thing. So I'm excited to get that. Although it's always funny to see how things are priced, because it's like, how do they decide? Like Farscape is a 4-season show and they're asking $150. Psych is an 8-season show and it was what, $100.
Yeah.
Like Smallville, I got for $85 and it's 10 seasons on Blu-ray. It's like, so I don't quite understand where they decide what they're like, who they're gonna get. Like, oh, those Farscape fans will pay anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's those price.
I think it's more who's distributing it, because Mill Creek is doing a lot of TV shows, and when Mill Creek does a TV show, they tend to be a little cheaper. Like they've got all the seasons, the whole series of Miami Vice for like $28. You know, and I grabbed I Dream of Jeannie for like $15. You know, and it's I think it depends on who's actually distributing it. So Mill Creek is doing a lot of TV shows, which I'm thankful for. I'm very thankful for.
Yeah, squeezing 18 episodes on one disc. It's
I was gonna say that, and sometimes what they pay the pricing for the licensing, or if there's a lot of music in it, having to pay the music rights for it as well. Or they have to, or like the Wonder Years that they had to change a lot of the music because they couldn't get the rights for it.
60s, 70s, that's music. Yeah.
Those songs were so pivotal. Like Mike and I, we got Quantum Leap, you know, and there are songs that I believe were put back in for that Mill Creek release, which I was happy to hear. But, you know, otherwise it's like, God, that moment was so perfect with the song that they used. It's like, that's how we had a strike, y'all. That's how we have strikes, because of stuff like this.
I was gonna say, to this day, the one episode that always stuck in my head for music was Family Ties, Michael J. Fox and his wife, when they had that first dance and there was that "What Would You Think" song came on. I don't know who sings it, but just remembering that song with that one episode when they first got together on Family Ties, it always stuck in my head to this day. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, that like when you watch like the George Lopez show on DVD, it's the theme song's not Lowrider. It's like some weird song.
Theme songs could change.
Yeah, theme song. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's weird that they couldn't get the rights for a Lowrider on the disc.
That happened to Bosom Buddies and Married with Children.
Oh yeah.
Like, how do you not watch Married with Children with Love and Marriage? But they can't afford Sinatra. I'm like.
I will say though, given the choice, replace the songs if it means I get the show.
Yep.
I love. I don't know if anyone remembers. There's a show called Boston Public from like the early.
Oh yeah, I love Boston.
I loved Boston Public. What stopped it from ever coming to physical is so much popular music was used in that show, and they just never made a commitment to do anything with it. So it's on nothing. Like no streaming, no disc, nothing. And that it sucks. I can't watch it.
Yep.
All right, over to you, Joe.
I'm gonna save the sappy one for last. So I'm gonna stick with the physical, and then I'll do the sappy last. This is one thing that I have a German media book, but it's not the same. I've always wanted the American release, and I had the VHS. And this thing goes for a little bit of money on eBay, but to find a copy finally for $8, and why hasn't it been released on Blu-ray or 4K yet, shocks me. But to find a copy of Fright Night 2, I love Fright Night 2 on the 1988, I think it is, version. I love this movie, and this thing on DVD is like $60 to $80. To find it for $8 out in the wild was super, super happy that I found it. And like I said, I still don't know why this has never been released outside of Germany.
All right,
that's crazy. Because, I remember watching that growing up. I wasn't the biggest fan, but I enjoyed it because it continued on the kind of story with Charlie and
I've always enjoyed it since I was a kid. I remember first watching it when I was in high school, and I really liked that movie.
I love Fright Night too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun one.
All right, Christian.
Oh, I'll stick with TV. I've fallen in love with this show. I'd never seen it. I got it. It came out this year. Elf.
There you go.
Literally, I'm obsessed with Elf. I've been going through it right now, and getting close to being done. But I don't know. I've never seen it in my life. I just love it. So it's one of my favorite physical media pickups this year.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember watching that when it first aired.
Yeah, same. I own it, but I've never watched it since it first aired on TV. One of these times I have to sit down and rewatch it.
Have you guys noticed though? The whole industry has really shifted toward just giving us the whole series now. And I love that.
Smart
we don't
call,
get
man.
we don't get as many single seasons anymore. Now it's just it was the whole damn thing. I love that.
I think they figured it out.
I do too because I've got individual seasons and they take up so much room.
The only thing that still bothers me with the industry when it comes to TV shows is when I get into a show and then they stop releasing seasons. Because one of them is Mayans that I love. Sons of Anarchy is my favorite show of all time. I got into Mayans. I own 3 seasons. It's been 5 seasons. They've never released the 4th. I don't know if they're going to release the 5th. A show that me and Marie loved, and it's The Girlfriend Experience. They've only released season 1 on Blu-ray. The other 5 seasons has never ever gotten a physical release. Unless you have Stars, you're not watching it. And I hate when they do that to rope you in to get you to go, oh, okay, I'll subscribe to your streaming site to watch the rest of it. And I don't. I'll buy a bootleg on eBay before I subscribe to a streaming service.
Attaboy.
Yeah, I really wish that they just committed though. If they were going to do individuals, you're committing now to the whole thing. So like, April and I have actually been watching According to Jim right now, which I enjoy the heck out of that show. But that show only has the first 5 seasons are on DVD. The last 3 are on nothing. So like. That's really crummy because that was a pretty popular show, and it
was a fun show. I enjoyed that show.
Yeah,
same with like Malcolm in the Middle. Only has the first season.
Yeah. Thankfully, I actually have a complete series of that, but I had to import it.
Oh, wow.
That's because Chris Benoit's in the intro.
Yeah,
cancel the show because of Benoit.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was the same way with Slasher. I loved the first season of it, but then season 2 and 3, I had to buy the German box set to get the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's beneficial to the studios though when they put them out and they remaster them like they did for Star Trek is you're remastering the show itself so that now when you offer it on your streaming channel like Paramount Plus, you have an HD remastered series now. So not only are you helping yourself out by giving us something on physical, but now your streaming service is up. Like Babylon 5, they remastered Babylon 5 on HD and it looked fantastic on Max, and now we're getting it on Blu-ray. So that's a win-win. Other things we need, they said Buffy over here. We need Burn Notice. We need, all kinds of good stuff. All right. So my next one is just Black Friday. I love the fact that we get Black Friday. I'm so thankful for it because, I do hold out. It's tough. I know when you're a day oneer, Tony, I know you love it, but it's like, it's harder for me. So by holding out and waiting, I've now benefited almost 10 things at $10 on 4K and some a little bit less. And they just keep coming. Like, Mike, I as much as I love Shazam with you, I didn't get it right away, but now I got it. $10. That's a good price.
Well, that's the day one pickup though.
I know, but that's the thing is having that, like a fortitude, discipline to not, if I don't need to watch it right away because I have all these other things to watch, let's wait and see what happens, and there were some other things that are on sale but Black Friday's next week, you know, so let's wait one more week on some things that I'm looking at. So as a person on a budget with limited space and all that good stuff, I'm so thankful for Black Friday. And plus my wife is too, because when I load up, I just give her all that and go wrap it. That's Christmas. She's like, done. That was easy. She never do anything. You know, that's how we roll around here.
Or I bought this stuff, go pick it up at Best Buy, and that's
exactly. I'll even go get it for her. I'm like, baby, you just sit back. I'll do all the work. Because then, you know, if you get it from Best Buy and it's all munched, you got to yell at him and get the good copies. Tony knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
You got to get the good ones.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I just love how they're doing the deals so early this year. I don't remember if they've done this in years past, but like it's been
they did last year.
Yeah,
a whole month. And
I was gonna
getting better and better.
Yeah, I think it was like the last 3 years almost, because I remember 3 years ago Best Buy had a bunch of Blu-ray 3Ds and they started doing it like in beginning of the month. I actually, I don't know, I'm crazy, and I don't know if it's me living in Massachusetts. I used to like it when they did it on Black Friday, because I used to like the craziness of the stores hitting people with shopping carts.
See, I wonder that's why they started doing this, like the past couple of years, like to loosen, like to lighten the load on Black Friday. Let's go ahead and give some of the stuff early and like kind of thin it out a little bit, which is smart.
Yeah. I mean, I have no reason to go to the store now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is
so many good deals on Amazon. I'm like, I'm covered.
And they send it to me, free shipping. Oh, and I'm also thankful to you guys. Any of you guys that post sales and stuff, that a great sale comes up, that is wonderful too. I mean, we all got a couple of us picked up Cujo for $12 because I think there was an Amazon error.
Yeah, that was an error. I missed out on that.
I was like, the window is so tight, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So moments like that, don't you just feel like you just like scored like the golden ticket from Willy Wonka? So good.
Not to go hitting people with carts. I miss the feeling though of the actual Black Friday. Like instead of just Black Friday month, it doesn't feel as special anymore. And it's all trivial. It means nothing. It's just for sale prices. But
exactly.
I used to get so hyped up for Black Friday, and now it's a whole month of just sales.
Yeah, I remember
like sales, Tim. Come on.
I was gonna say, I remember on Thanksgiving that morning going to the convenience store, getting the paper to look at all the ads to find out what sales and try to map out what stores are opening at different times and what store has what movies. Being at Best Buy at midnight, standing in the longest line, freezing, out there. Those, I don't know. To me, those were fun days.
I have fond memories of those days, man.
Yeah.
Even with the game consoles, like you order those online ahead of time, and you get them, but that doesn't beat my memories of waiting in line to get a PS3 on launch day. Like it's just a different feeling.
Experiences and memories are being lost.
Yeah. I remember standing at Electronics Boutique for the PlayStation 2, hanging out there for like 3 hours, just talking to people in line that I've never met before, just talking about all the games and all that were coming out. I thought
That's exactly what I was going to talk about. The interaction with the other people in line, Hey, what are you here for? What are you guys coming to, snag out of this place? Yeah.
It's always TVs. I'm getting a TV. All right. $98 TV. Good for you. All right, Tony, what you got?
So my fourth one is the YouTube and the BluTuber community. Just having people that you can converse with and talk to about, talking about movies and talking about collecting. It's always nice. I'm kind of like Joe and maybe some of the other ones here. I don't really have any outside friends. Just go to work, come home, go to work, come home. So it's nice to have someone that you can kind of talk to and watch and see that you have other people that have interest. And so, I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah. And even outside of movies, I feel like I could talk to you guys just about, that in the movie chat we'll talk about random stuff too. It's not always just movies. Like it's just nice. You're just chatting with friends. I love
Seem
it.
to be sarcastic with people, and you
Get
know,
go on rants if you want. Tell people about your blood drive. You know,
Yeah.
whatever you.
Absolutely. I love the fact that we are also open and you know, we know each other and feel comfortable enough to be able to talk about all those things besides movies.
All right, dude.
Yeah, so I want to shout out 2 different like groups here on YouTube. First one is Fans of Something. It's because they gave me my first shot on a stream. It was the watch along last December for
Jack Frost.
And Tony was there, Tim was there, Fish was there. It was an awesome time. I was so nervous. I remember I like took the day off because I was so nervous, and it was such a fun time. And then I remember, meeting, or I remember being in a stream with Tony 3 times after that, and each time was like, "Hi, I'm Tony. Nice to meet you." So I was like, "Oh, well, I'm glad Tony remembers who I am." You remember?
Yeah.
There was some times I was like on everybody's live stream. It's like, okay,
Every night, Tony was somewhere.
And then the second shout out, or the second people that I'm very thankful for, is the Rad Pack.
Yeah, baby. What up, Red Pack?
So it's because of them. Last November they had a call-in show, and I sent in a question. And I sent in a question about asking for advice about starting my own YouTube, because I was like, I wanted to, but I was like, I don't know if it's for me. And all 3 of them had great advice, and they were very, very like inspiring, or they were like, oh, you should do this and that. And then afterwards, I was talking to them, and they, I had 1,000 questions about cameras, lights, this and that, and all of them were just so nice. They answered all my questions, and I've become really good friends with them. I talk to them all the time. I even have, I'm even part of the Rad family. I'm part of the Rad dudes. Like, I couldn't ask for anything better. Like, I owe a lot to them, and I thank them so much for being so kind and welcoming somebody who they really didn't have to.
That's awesome.
So, thank you, Rad Pack.
Fantastic. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's nice.
All right, Fish.
Well, hell's bells. How do I follow that up?
With something totally different.
I know. I'm going a completely different way, but I am going to go this way. I am very thankful that I own the DVDs, not the Blu-rays, but the DVDs of this show, and it is my favorite show of all time, because I hear that the Blu-rays don't have the extended editions.
Yeah.
Of my Friends.
Let's go, buddy.
And I love Friends. It's my favorite TV show of all time. I'm very thankful for this show. It keeps me laughing every night. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. But yes, I love this show, and they have Thanksgiving episodes because it aired on Thursday nights, and Thanksgiving is on Thursdays. So every season has a Thanksgiving episode, and each one is fantastic in its own way. I don't know which one is my favorite. 2 of the top ones for me are Brad Pitt.
I was just going to say that's my favorite. Yeah.
And also the one where they were doing the 50 states in 6 minutes. I love that episode for some reason. Yeah, I just do. But yeah, Friends, I'm very thankful for the show. And this has the extended episodes. Like I'm watching, if I'm watching it on TV or if I'm watching it on streaming, it cuts out jokes. And I'm like, wait, where's, this has like 2 more minutes of show. Yeah. But
So
I'm
weird.
very thankful to own these on DVD. So yeah.
I've got the DVD. I kept my DVDs also.
Yeah, same thing. I have the DVDs. I never upgraded to the Blu-ray because it was cut.
All right.
Nice Fish.
I will highlight what a couple people said earlier, and that's in a year when we've had the bad news of Best Buy leaving physical media and Ingram closing their doors and a handful of other things that kind of was not great for physical media. The fact that we are getting more and more things that were exclusive to streaming on physical media is a huge deal. The other big thing, box sets. I adore box sets, and people like Curzon releasing things that are almost an entire filmography for a director.
Yeah,
things like this. This is unheard of. This is This is like a cinematic gift from the physical media gods that should not be possible. And somehow Curzon and Severn Films and a couple others are doing box sets in ways that are more special than I could have predicted a few years ago.
I was going to say that Lars von Trier set is amazing. I love his films.
Yeah.
All of the sets from them are just top notch.
Yep.
Yeah. Good, Ryan.
Yep.
It's a great one.
All right, so I'll go with a physical media one as well this time. We got to shout out probably the best studio for distributing such amazing physical media at great prices, but great quality. Lionsgate, absolutely amazing. I mean, look at the stuff they put out, right? The Wicker Man, beautiful artwork. Just quality stuff here. I mean, John Wick Chapter 4. We got so many different editions of this one, but beautiful steelbook. Fall was so creative. Like the inside of this steelbook was fantastic. But creating great quality steelbooks at affordable prices. And no other company does that, right? I mean, I have all these superhero steelbooks, but they're like $35, $40. You know,
it's crazy.
It's wild with these prices. But Lionsgate's amazing, right?
It's hard to justify when you can have a new Lionsgate come out and it's $22.99 and it's sitting right next to a new Disney steelbook that's $38.99.
Yeah.
It's really hard to justify that price jump.
I know. I feel shame every time I get a superhero one. I'm like, I'm like committed now.
Sometimes it's not even a new Disney movie. Sometimes it's an older Disney classic.
Oh my god! Don't get me started with the Iron Man silver one with the hand.
Yeah.
And it was still like 30 something bucks. It's like if you're gonna do an older one, like a re-release, at least like make it $20. Okay, then I'll pick it up, you know. But Lionsgate is doing it right. So hopefully more studios follow like that. It was great quality stuff, good prices.
Disney is
Well,
worse on
a couple of those Paramount ones was Running Man and Event Horizon. Those went on sale for a decent price. I mean, those are around like $20 or so, and those weren't Lionsgate. But yes, I get what you're saying. Lionsgate is more consistent with the pricing of their.
I was going to say the only thing I don't like about the Paramounts that I've mentioned. And the Running Man steelbook, I wanted it, but with physical media, I know people are. It's going to be a sore subject for a second. I know people love 4K, but I hate 4K only releases. Why can't they have the Blu-ray?
I do too. I hate that as well.
When I have, you know, Blu-ray 3D TV with a Blu-ray player, and then I have my 4K in another room with a 4K player. It's like certain movies I can only watch in certain rooms in my house, depending on what format it's in. And I hate when they do that because I've said before, I only have 2 4K only releases in my collection. Besides that, I'll buy the Blu-ray over the 4K only release, unless it's Arrow. I'll double dip because it's Arrow and I love Arrow. But for regular studio releases, I think it's so. I don't know. I think it sucks. I don't like it myself.
So I don't mind if it's priced accordingly. Like if you only give us 1 disc and it's a cheaper price, I'm fine with that. I hate when it's like Scream Factory and they're like, okay, just 4K this time, but same price. That I hate. That like they did with the Evil Dead one. I'm like, are you serious?
See, my issue is I'm the only person I know in real life that has 4K. Like my uncle has 4K, but he buys DVDs still. Like he doesn't understand. You know, he's playing DVDs in his 4K player. So like, and I like, you know, like I have a lot of movie
It's got decent upscaling, you know.
And I have a lot of friends and family who want to have like movie marathons at their houses. So they always call me up like, hey, bring over this and that. But they have a Blu-ray player. That's like as high as it goes for them. And I'm like, okay, well, this is a 4K. And they honestly, like, I don't really know what that is. Well, play in my Blu-ray player. It's like, no, it won't. So it's just like, that's why I like when it comes with both discs. Because yes, I can enjoy the 4K myself, but I can also watch this over at my friend's house or my family's house. But I can't do that if it's just 4K. Because like I said, I'm the only one that I know that has 4K.
So
yeah,
just like none of them have any newer game consoles, right? like a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox?
Some of them do, and so I'm able to play. But I don't know much about that. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't have that. But if they say that, oh, I have this, we can watch it in there. So,
Yeah,
but some people don't. A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
His uncle has.
But
one.
that's another thing.
Yeah.
Like some people, that's another thing is some people only have the console to game on. They don't care about watching movies on it, or they have another player that's a Blu-ray player, and they don't even think about that console being a Blu-ray or a 4K player. And when I bought my PS3, that's what I bought it for, was to be my Blu-ray player. I didn't give a shit about the games. Excuse me, Mike. But yeah, I bought it to be my Blu-ray player. It's me on another mindset than the gamer, you know.
There's hundreds of millions of 4K players in houses, but like you said, a lot of people don't think or realize, hey, this plays 4K movies, but there's a really abundant amount of 4K players out there in houses, like tons. These new generation of systems have been selling like hotcakes. Tons of houses have them. It's just people don't think about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's like they think Blu-ray is.
Everything is still
DVD.
DVD.
I mean, I enjoy Blu-rays. I mean,
everything is still DVD. So it's called DVD.
I was, you know, me being in a different mindset, because I know Tim doesn't like these. I am a Blu-ray 3D collector through and through. That I have over 700 of them. That is my favorite format. My main TV in the house is Blu-ray 3D and I have 5 Blu-ray 3D players in my closet as spares. An extra TV in the basement still in the box just in case I have an issue. Until I go to front projector, you know, drop down screen, I'm staying. I will never change my main TV to 4K. If I want to watch 4K, I literally have to watch it in my bedroom. So because of that, I don't like the 4K only disc, because if I want to watch it in the living room, I can't if it's 4K only. Because of my 3D passion. I don't know, soapbox.
No worries, no worries. So we're going to get into our 5th and final round of a thankful shout out. And because I know we're heading up on 2 hours now, also go ahead and let people know where to find you, what's upcoming on your channel. So we'll kind of combo that at the end here. But Tim, take it away.
All right. So this, I guess, is piggybacking off Cody mentioned it and came up by somewhere else, but posters, my poster collection. So I've mentioned it many times, but like I love movies, but I love my poster collection and that hobby just as much, if not maybe a tick more than my physical media collection. I love not just my one sheet posters, but my screen printed posters and all that. Like I adore that hobby. So it's been a great year for it. I've picked up a lot of awesome stuff. Some crazy good one sheets, original one sheets. I love my poster collection. I'm just thankful. It's been another great year with that hobby. I wish that was a bigger community to also converse about, but it doesn't seem like there's enough people to talk about posters with.
We will listen to you and Cody talk about it all you want.
Well, absolutely. I was going to say, I mean, like I enjoy it because I was there with you in St. Louis when you found some of those treasures and stuff, like walking through thrift shops and used record stores and things. So I enjoy it too. I've actually kind of picked up a couple posters this year. Just one off of eBay, but the others have been like Shout Factory. But I mean, like, to get back into it slowly but surely, and like actually maybe want to actually look into some of the posters that I grew up with as a kid, because I've looked at like Goonie one sheets, and because it's my favorite movie, and
I'm sure those are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been looking. I haven't like
I know 100%
delved in, but you know, I picked up a Buffy one. I mean, it's not an original, but I mean, I grabbed them off the eBay because I love that movie. But yeah,
I know
100%. I enjoy posters too. It takes me back because when you see a poster, you kind of go back to like seeing it for the first time, and you're like, "Oh, that movie looks interesting." Like, I want to go see that. You know, that's your first initial.
Yeah, Fish. I totally understand that because I got it was a like a Little Giants poster, one sheet, It's a 90s movie, and I put it in a frame and put it up behind me, and I just like looked at it and I was like, this is like, it was just a weird feeling. I was like, wow, I had like, this was in the theater. That's crazy. Same with like, I have a Beethoven one, and it was the same thing. I was just like, it was just like kind of emotional. It's like, dang, this is it's weird. It was like a good weird though, where you just kind of take a second.
It's a nostalgic weird.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and it hits you like that. It's awesome. That's why I love this.
I was gonna say I don't collect movie posters, but there's one movie poster. If I ever found it, I would probably keep it and figure out something. And it's a movie nobody ever talks about. It's a movie called Quicksilver with Kevin Bacon. I love that movie, and I remember going to the old Showcase Cinema and seeing that poster of Kevin Bacon on that 10-speed bike, and I'm like, I used to just stare at it. I'm like, I would love to have that poster. I don't know. I would probably have to hang it off my ceiling's wood, so I would, put it on my ceiling and just lay back on my couch and look up at it. But
peels off, slaps you in the face.
Yeah. What were you gonna say before? By the way,
no, seriously, the time has passed.
It's gone.
Conversation went further, so it's all good.
All right.
Sorry, we're all talkers on here.
Well, Tim, talk about where people can find you on your channel. What's upcoming?
If people don't know me based off watching your channel, I feel like you could go on to Joe. I'm Tim. I like movies. Yay, movies. I don't got much to say on that. I've just been a change screen.
All right, Joe, go for it.
All right. I left the sappy one for last, but I just want to talk pretty much about the movie community. As I said before on other channels, I never started off with movies. I was a musician for 10 years until I had a bad motorcycle accident. I played in bands for so many years. And being in a bed for a year that I couldn't get out of it, because that's when I got into movies, and I pretty much sold all my musical equipment and got into movies. I love music as much as movies, and it made me an introvert. I went into chronic depression, and I was, on the verge of crazy stuff. But I don't know, this stuff really makes me happy, in the community that I met because of it. I really look forward to getting up sometimes during the day and talking to people that I have a passion for in the same things that I have. And I don't know, sometimes it gets me through the day talking to people, and I really enjoy it. And, I just want to thank people for that.
Yep, same here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
And, I have channels, all that good stuff. Next guy.
All right.
All right.
And I'm thankful for the McRib to be back. So
the McRib.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm thankful when it's gone. Wow. So let's see. How do I wrap this up? There's so many little things. In a quick sidebar, just want to thank everybody over at Spirit Halloween who welcomed me this year. Ashley and the gang over there. I had 9 visits there, and they took care of me every single time. Just that's a tiny little thank you, because they were amazing. Can't wait to go back next year. I'm thankful to be going out to cinemas again, and because I bought the pass, the Regal pass that Mike has. So that's kind of getting me out a little bit more. I went and saw Marvels literally because I had the pass. So there you go. But moreover, I think I would just like to say I am thankful to all my brothers and sisters from the SAG and Writers Guilds who are done. I am so happy that the strikes are over and we can get back to our shows being shot, our movies being shot. All the hold up on all the stuff that we love is now hopefully over. I think there's still some ink that has to be signed for the actors, but it feels like it's there. And, as a SAG member myself, I couldn't even do movie reviews until they were done. So I'm happy to be able to do those again, because I got to support them in that way. So, yeah, I just want to say I'm thankful for them and also everything that has given me coming out here. and having a passion for acting and the movie world. You know, Star Wars got me going. When I saw that in the theater, I'm like, I've got to be in that business, right? And so I'm out here and I've directed a feature. I've been in a feature. Everybody, Steel Frontier, Chicken Boy, what's up?
Steel Frontier.
It's like it's one and done, but you know, so things like that. I'm just thankful for all the opportunities I've had because of it. As an editor, I wanted to be around this business, so I stayed in a profession that kept me around this business, and now I worked on game shows and things like that. Gordon Ramsay, Master Chef, things like that. So I'm just thankful for this industry as a whole to love and support and be a part of.
And then Huck, you got an amazing stream upcoming, right?
Oh yeah. And Sunday night, y'all. As love for friends, we're gonna do a Friends trivia Sunday night, 6 o'clock. We actually have 5 of those slots filled now, so there's 3 more left. So if anybody loves Friends and wants to be a part of it, we got secret sauce right now. 2 of them are on the screen right now. Oh, I wonder who it is. Yeah, it's Cody and Fitch. So yeah. So Cody and Fitch, and we have Vin. He's going to be on there. Who else? We got and a couple of new people, including just, ladies and gentlemen, a friend of mine who loves Friends. And that's what I love about this thing, is it's not just about having people that have channels. It's about welcoming people that just love what we love. And this is a dear friend of mine who loves Friends. I'm like, hey, you want to come hang out with my crazy YouTube friends? She's like, for what? I'm like, Friends. She's like, I'm in. So I can't wait to see how she hangs out with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. So please come on by.
All right, Tony.
Yeah, I'm thankful that that my parents raised us going to the movies, enjoying the movies, and it's been my whole life is been involved in just enjoying going to the cinema and watching all these things. I think that's where my love for all the Disney stuff came from, is when I grew up. That was the big thing, is going to see the Disney animated movies in the theater. And then the horror movies that they took us to, just everything. I'm just thankful that I grew up with that. And then now that I have a community to share that with.
And where can people find you, Tony?
You can find me on Instagram, on TikTok, on my YouTube. I do a video every single day, so I do post a video every day. Howbeit they're short videos, but yeah, you can just find me all over the internet, or as like Mel said, all over the interweb.
Yep.
All right, and dude,
I do want to kind of piggyback off of Joe up there. So I was a filmmaker, and I also was a professional wrestler, and I tore my bicep. And while I was recovering from my bicep surgery, the pandemic happened. So I couldn't go to rehab or anything like that. I was just kind of stuck at home. And the way that it was tore was I had to sit up, like I had to sit weird for a long time. I couldn't really move. It was kind of like being bedridden for a few months. And I had to, I started getting into watching YouTube. And I started watching, people like basically a lot of these people on this panel, and it was amazing. And I finally got into it, so I'm very thankful that you guys have welcomed me into this. I started January 20th was, I think, my first video drop. So it's almost been a year. It's been a year since I did the what they call face reveal on the Rad Packs call. And a shout out, they're having another one this weekend. So if you guys want to send in your questions, I highly recommend it. Ask them anything, any advice. I just do it, being somebody who is creative, and after the pandemic, once it was time to come back together to do these things, a lot of my team was just like, they kind of wanted to go on and do other things. And that's basically what it is in life. You can have this big team, and then because what I was doing film for about, since 2009. So after, during college and through college and after college, my group kept getting smaller and smaller, and the rewards were not coming in. There's I made zero money off of movies, and I've made other people money, like theaters and stuff like that, like local theaters here. So that really wears on somebody. So, you could win an award one day and be on top, cloud 9, and then you're getting yelled at your job the next day, and you're just like, wow, that was like it's really like mentally like weird. So when the pandemic lifted and I was like, man, I got to do something creative, YouTube was that outlet for me, and I'm able to do something creative. I'm all on my own doing it. Well, not all on my own, but I'm doing it by myself in this room by myself. But I have, people have welcomed me, like you guys and the subscribers, people watching. And I feel like now I'm just rambling, but I'm just so thankful for YouTube in general, everybody on YouTube, subscribers, you guys. Thanks for, you guys are always asking me to be on your streams. I'm so excited. Mike, you've asked me to be on 1,000 streams. I've been on 5 of them, and I feel bad always, I feel bad that I've had to decline a lot of them, but I'm so happy that you haven't stopped asking me. And I'm, just thank you everybody. And I met so many good people, so many great people. And thank you. I'll stop talking now.
Yeah. And it's been nice meeting you. I don't know that I've met you before, Cody.
I knew you were going to do that, Tony. It's nice meeting you, Tony.
That's a good one.
All right, Fish.
Sorry. Well, yeah, I want to kind of piggyback off of a couple of these guys. Tony, starting off, I wanted to thank my grandparents, who are no longer with me, for getting me into cinema. I don't know if it was because they wanted to get rid of me and took me to the movies and left me there by myself in the 80s. I guess I was grown up enough, but we all were kind of that back in the 80s, I guess. I watched movies. I stayed there. I was fine, watch my movie and then would enjoy it. And I'm actually very thankful that I actually have a community to talk to about these things with, that I grew up with a great love for. I've just met a lot of you this past year, some of you within the past few months and stuff, and very thankful that I have you to talk to. Some of you check in on me when I'm not around for little periods of time, and I'm very thankful for that, because it does feel like a family, even though we may not talk every day, people are like thinking about each other. I'm pretty sure, because I know I am, even though I may not be popping in and stuff. I always think about everyone and you guys, and I hope you're all doing well. I'm very thankful to have met you all, and some of you to have met, and some of you to hopefully meet in the near future. But yes, I'm very thankful for this community, somewhere we can talk to people about a common interest, because I really don't have anybody to talk to about this in my normal life. So, especially with some of the weird and crazy stuff that some of us collect and the movies that we watch. the movies that we watch. So yeah, I'm glad that a lot of us are very open to each other's interests. So I love that. So thank you very much for letting me be a part of your lives. I love you guys.
It's all about
family. Oh, there you go, Fish. Nice.
That's a nice, Fish.
All right, Ryan.
What he said. I mean, does that? I'm just kidding. My big thing that I was kind of saving for last year is my chat and all my live shows. It is such a big deal to have an engaging, smart community that pushes me to do better and has inspired me to keep pushing to do bigger and different things. And I mean, this is the year that I'm going to look back on as changing things for me like crazy. I mean, I'm on some of these discs coming out now. I'm on a couple Black Friday discs that haven't been announced yet. And that's huge for me. So I just can't wait to see what the future holds. And without those people pushing me, it never would have got to this point ever.
Yeah. And you do have a freaking crazy awesome chat, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You really do.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
I also want to thank Huck. He got a Sylvester Stallone poster he has, and he's going to give it to me. So thank you, Huck.
Oh, is that? I didn't know that. Oh, did Huck say that? I need to go check with him first.
Thank you.
I don't know. I'll put it in.
I just wanted to mention something real quick that I forgot at the end of mine because I got a little verklempt, but it was great to meet Tim finally this year after so long, and meeting Bob and all that, and hopefully that we could do it again. And meeting his wife and everybody else. That was literally the highlight of my year.
Yeah,
and getting humped in the leg by Durant Cinema.
I mean, what's not to love about that?
That would have been my highlight, but I unfortunately
the meetup I did in St. Louis, and then the meetup with you guys. Those are two highlights of my year. They were so great. Seriously, I printed out pictures, like they're gonna be going up on the wall. Like it's memories.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh yeah, I gotta get my picture of up on the mantle Hall of Fame that I have here of all the YouTubers that I've met and Instagrammers and post at. But yeah, I'm excited to get that up there, and like I said, to do it again, and hopefully to meet more.
Oh yeah,
Mike, how about you, bud?
Yeah, so I guess for my last one, I have to think just kind of, I guess, more general, more abstract, but movies, just movies for existing. To me, movies have just been kind of the best form of value entertainment, and so accessible these days, right? You got theaters, you got physical media, you got streaming, and it just allows people to go build these memories, right? You take your friends, you take your families, or like we do, we talk about these movies in a community space. So just having movies exist. I mean, every time I watch a movie, I'm like, how did this get made? Like in a good way. Like so many people had to come together to work on a project for one goal of creating a movie. Even if it's a movie I end up not liking, I'm still just kind of impressed by this was actually made. Like people worked together so hard on this to have this project come to life. And I'm just like, movies. I just love movies. And I guess I'll piggyback off of you, Huck, with the Regal Unlimited Pass. Being able to see so many movies this year. I think I'm at 82 new movies just off of Regal in theaters.
Wow.
And without the
That's
Regal
amazing.
Unlimited Pass, I wouldn't have been able to do that before. But now I go to the movies all the time and seeing these stories and how it impacts my life in different ways. It's just, I mean, movies moves us differently and whatnot. So just the movies in general. I got to shout out just movies. Love
I think
the
that deserves a yay movies. You should do it, Mike. Do a
Yeah.
yay movie.
What, yay movies?
Yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta
I
do
was
the
gonna
whole
say
thing.
we're gonna do it right. Yay, movie!
Yeah.
Yay movies.
No,
What do
no.
you mean? Am I supposed to
Well,
play? I don't have
Mike
a yay
Huck,
movie.
as a Regal employee, I appreciate your patronage.
Yay movies!
Yay, movies!
Movies.
Let's all do it.
But yes, thank you again, panel, for being here, just sharing all your thankful thoughts. And the community was popping tonight. I mean, the audience as well, all the
You had
comments.
a good
in there.
audience.
Thank you, audience, for being in there interacting tonight. And once again, go ahead and show everybody some love on this panel here. Their channel links are in the description below. Go ahead and subscribe, turn those notification bells on. Everybody's just posting such amazing, different content out there, right? So if you want to get the full scope of movies and physical media, you really got to watch everybody's content because everybody offers a little bit different flavor to what they present. So that's what I always love to see out there. And then for my channel, just in general, we've been doing a lot of great live streams lately. So if you want to go watch any of the replays, we just did the Collectors Club recommendation stream. There was a few rants on there I will remember forever, so that was a fun time. And the earlier stream we did in November was our favorite film families, which I thought was a great stream for the month. We also did a November sale pre-game show for Criterion, so if you're collecting Criterions, check that out. Get some great recommendations out there. Of course, the last Collectors Club episode was all slasher themed. And then, of course, dropping videos every day, you know, covering the deals and so much more physical media news out there. But yeah, that's what we got upcoming. And yeah, just hit that notification bell. You know, I'm posting all the time. So I know we got some new subscribers out there tonight, so yeah, definitely just keep up to date on all of that great movie topic stuff. But thank you everybody for being here. Have a great Thanksgiving. Celebrate with your family, friends, eat some good food, and watch some movies. Right? Remember to make every day a movie day.
Movie day. Right on.